People, people. Let's talk about Community. Season 4, Episode 1. I just watched it knowing that this show will be completely different. It's it's been it's been like delayed since October, and so much has happened. Dan Harmon he was the showrunner. He left. Well, actually, they let him go, and the show's been like taken over by two new people, David Garasio and Moses Port. They're now running the show, and like most of the staff from like since season 3 has left completely. And this show, and I just knew this show was going to be completely different. It wasn't going to be the same. Like even the episode count has been cut in half. There's drama among some of the actors also, and just watching this, I didn't really have high expectations, and but they weren't really that low either. I was just hoping to see, an episode of Community that's close to like the old, like season 3 Community, like something close to that, and I did not get that at all. Oh, let's I'll point out some of the like key points for this episode, then I'll just talk about why I did not like the premiere episode for season 4. So apparently, senior year for everyone, and they're trying to deal with it. And Abed definitely, because he's really rejecting like the whole idea of leaving. Everybody separating. So he's in his own little world, which is basic like really really crappy sitcom, and he even goes deeper than that, makes like a cartoon baby version too. And pretty much everybody's trying something different. We have Troy, he's dating Britta now, which that's something right there. And we have Annie, she wants to, rebel, get the whole senioritis type thing in. So her and Shirley are trying to pull a senior prank. Jeff is trying to be a little different, and he's took a summer class, so he will not actually be like enrolled much longer. He's gonna be like graduating earlier than everyone else, and that's like really throwing everyone off. You kind of like, hey, you kind of betrayed us. You stuck behind our back. And Pierce is still the same. The dean has really gone crazy, and but his character was really spot on in this episode, especially with the dresses and everything and the Hunger Games type event that was occurring. But like, well, that pretty much describes the whole episode right there. But there's problems I had. Like every character in the show were there were less of this left, like really less of themselves. I have to admit, they were really less of themselves. I mean, Abed, he was really put low in this episode. I mean, like most of it takes place in his head, and I mean, he wouldn't really react like this. He would actually, I don't know, he would actually act out maybe in situations like this. And the fact that Troy is dating Britta, that's not gonna last. You already see in this episode that it's a very very obvious imbalance within this relationship. And Pierce really didn't have any appealing lines. I mean, it's like it seemed like he was taking a break. It's like they really did cut his character completely. Because I was really expecting a lot for Pierce. Some really stupid, remarks. Him being like completely ignorant. I was waiting for that. Annie, Annie was really less of herself, like really less of herself too. Shirley, we didn't really get much for Shirley. I'm like, really? Really, like she's like the mother type character, and we barely get any of that. I mean, she's like the really voice of reason in this series. And Jeff, I mean, Jeff's character was weak, was really weak in this. I mean, the writers had, him trying to be like completely new and doing different stuff, but it's not working. The humor in this episode wasn't the same as it was in season 3. It was, it just wasn't funny. I mean, this whole first episode was not humorous at all. I mean, you could see that they tried, but it really didn't get them. It really didn't get them anywhere, and that really disappoints me. I was hoping for a nice, humorous, yet intelligent episode of Community, and I didn't get that. I don't know if it was, the lack of interaction between Troy and Abed, and like Jeff being put in a really, really like awkward or challenging situation. I really don't know if it was that at all. But this episode lacked. It just really wasn't funny, and I hope it doesn't continue like this. I hope it does pick up, because I kind of want to see the old Community like in season 3. I want to see that, because it got a little bit more serious in season 3, like towards the end of the season, and they really didn't pick up on that. They didn't continue. It seemed like this really is a new show, and I just don't like it. I'll try, I'll continue watching the episodes, but actually, scratch that. I'll see how the series progresses, and if it gets, if it gets better, if it gets better by each episode, yeah, I honestly will keep watching this. But if it just like declines, no. But and another thing I want to bring up too is the fact that you could tell like this whole series would be 13 episodes because Jeff took summer class, and so that means half of the year right there. So obviously the series will end with maybe Jeff leaving or staying. That will most likely be the end of the series. But overall, I'm really not impressed. Not impressed at all. But tell me what you think about the episode. I mean, like, what did you think about it? Was it good? Was it bad? How did you feel? So like, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week with the next episode. So take it easy, people, and remember, keep it real.